Welcome, everyone, to this special session that we call the School of Increase. And we made this in a 4 series for you so that you can follow and get the foundation of how to take control of your mind. Because we know there's a lot of you out there that just recently joined and haven't been part of Sunday school or anything else. So we want you to get the foundation. Because have you ever wondered, like I did, like I still do, why is it that many people get tremendous success and some people never succeed in anything they do? And many years ago, I met my mentor and he told me, as I didn't understand back then, but he said, Peter, you can have almost anything you want in life if you just change the way you think. And then he stated, to think is to create. And if you're now smart and you have a piece of paper and a pen and you take notes, I will write down that to think is to create. And in this series, we'll go through how to set goals and how to overcome fear, because fear is the denominator for failure. And 95% of most people, they based their decisions based out of fear. Why is that? So we'll go through this in a couple of minutes here and give you the foundation on how everything works. So this is the thing. We all think. We all have a brain. And the thing is that we got this for free. We got a mind that is so powerful that it can change currencies all over the world. A mind that's so powerful that could be your best friend, but it can also be your worst enemy. And this is how it works. You know, most motivational speakers, they talk about positive thinking. That's all good, because it's a good start with thinking positive. But they never talk about the foundation, which we'll go through here today. So how does it work? Well, we have a mind, a brain that is divided up in 2 pieces. No one really knows where it's actually at, because they call it the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. And it works like this. We have senses. So we have eyes to see with, we have ears to hear with, and we smell. So we have the 5 senses, which we kind of use every day since we were born to read off the day. So when we're small, we look at our parents and we see what they are doing and we try to copy them. And that is basically how it works. So we use our senses every day to read the day we're in, because we can't live in yesterday, we can't live in tomorrow, so it's only now. And that's also the key of success, to try to live in the now. Anyway, so we read the day with our senses. And they say that we have 60,000 thoughts a day. 60,000 thoughts, that's a lot. And those thoughts, they kind of create the movie of your life. So you read with your senses. So where are those thoughts end up? Because I just told you have a conscious mind, which is those senses. You read the day with your conscious mind. This is here and now. And you program your subconscious mind with those thoughts. So your subconscious mind is kind of a tape recorder in the old days, and nowadays it's actually hard drive. And in that hard drive, you download those 60,000 thoughts a day. So if you follow me now, so you tell me that I have 60,000 thoughts and I download them in my hard drive. Yeah, not every thought, of course, because that would be chaos of thoughts, a lot of thoughts in your hard drive. But you download those thoughts that you repeat, or you have an emotional involvement. So when you look at something, you're experiencing something, you will download it if you repeat. So if you look at something many times, your subconscious will go, okay, I get it. Yes, that's how it is. That's how it works. And this great example, because from the world of sports, for instance, they say that you have to do a certain movement 10,000 times before you learn that movement for real. Like in ice hockey, because I know ice hockey a little bit, you have to do 10,000 skates before you even can skate, 10,000 strokes if you're going to try to shoot the puck, and so on. And I think that applies for everything. We have to do stuff a lot of times before we get it, and then we get good at it. So why all this talk about the conscious mind and the subconscious mind? Well, the conscious mind, people think that they actually make their decisions during a day, but they don't. You don't make your decisions with your conscious mind. 95% of all your decisions is made in your subconscious mind. Wow. Did you take that note? 95% of all your decisions, if you're going to say no to something, if you're going to say yes, if you're going to agree, that is made in your subconscious mind. So it works like you live this life from where you were born, you gather information, what you should think about things. That is called the core belief system. That is what you really think about things. You can try to fool yourself, but your core belief system is all those thoughts programmed into your subconscious mind up until today. And that made it very clear to me when I realized that I was never taught in school how to set goals or how to motivate myself or how to think positive. It was never about that until I met my mentor. And he said, Peter, if you just change the way you think, you can have almost anything in life. And I was a chaos on two legs. I was a wreck. So if I can do it, you can do it. You just have to have that urge to change. Anyway, so back to the conscious versus the subconscious mind. If 95% is made in the subconscious mind, that's what we need to change. And how do we do that? That's the question. How do we change it? Well, there's only two ways. Listen and read. So, listening and reading. So if you have a certain set of values, what do you think about things? Probably someone else put that inside of you, not you. And then you come across a business like this or anything, in life. Maybe you, like I ended up in a crisis in life where I had to choose to change. And you learn the principle behind the power of thought. So when we start changing our subconscious mind, because we have a hard drive of opinions, where we should think about stuff, anything in life. If we want to change that core value that we have, we need to start putting some new information inside. And that takes time. So most people, during their change, they think it takes too long time, or they come across too much fear thinking, and they quit. Right before they're going to have some real success, they actually quit. Because they go back to the old thinking, to that fear-based thinking. So when we change our subconscious mind, we do it with our conscious mind. So we start reading stuff. What should we read? Well, read biographies of successful people, or read books where they talk about principles, or listen to people who have done something. They can tell you how to do it. And if you do that all over again, over again, over again, you will start reprogramming your subconscious mind. And if you have an emotional involvement, it's even better. That's why we talk a lot about goals. And that's why most successful people set goals. Because I think 95% of the population never set any goals for themselves. So where are you going if you don't know where you're going? Nowhere. But those goals can also trigger your energy. When you tell your subconscious mind that, for instance, you live in a small apartment and you want to move into a house or a bigger apartment or somewhere else, and you start looking at a picture that you really want, and you look at it every day and say, one day I'm going to live there. One day I'm going to buy that house or that apartment or whatever that is. And you start repeating that. And you're putting some new pictures inside. Your conscious mind will go like, okay, I understand. And it will make stuff easier for you to achieve that goal. It's not only about programming your subconscious mind, but it's a big foundation. Of course, you need to take action. You need to go out and, hassle. You need to do stuff out in the world, of course. But this is the basic foundation. It's also interesting how it works, because if you look at your conscious mind versus your subconscious mind, if 95% of all decision making is in the subconscious, where you put stuff in. You put stuff in all the way up to today, and then if you make your decision to change, because if you don't change, you will have the same things that you already have today. So if you want something new, you need to change. And what happens is that we have so much fear programmed in ourselves. We don't know it, but we have. Some people more, some people less. But fear is what kills everything. So you got to get rid of the fear. And we don't even know that we have it. So look at it this way. Since we think, we read the day with our senses, so you read a book, and a problem occurs. And that problem makes you scared. Like, wow, what's going to happen now? And fear is just a feeling that someone else put in there. Because there's nothing to be scared about. Then most people try to think away the fear. That's the biggest and the biggest problem they can make, to try to think away a problem. Because the more you think about the problem, the more and bigger it becomes. So the same thing with your subconscious mind there, when you start thinking about a problem, it grows on you. So what do? We have to change thoughts. So we think about what we want instead of thinking what we don't want. And people who are not successful, they have a common denominator. They think most of the day about the things they don't want. And then they get it. Because that's just how it works. So when we go through this process, the school of increase, don't lose hope. Because if you just stay on the path, it will work out for you. Because someone gave us this freedom of choice. You know, we can choose what we put inside our mind. We can choose what we read, and we can choose what we listen to. So this is the first basic lesson of the School of Increase. And next time we meet, we will talk about your comfort zone and how to create some real success out there. So guys, if you do this, your best of your life will be the rest of your life, because you're not who you think you are who you think you are.